I Do What I Want by Tyler Vaughan. Pure capitalism creates nothing but a state of fear and resentment. Fear spreads like wildfire, engulfing the world in a smoldering ash. Resentment leads to bitterness and eventually to anger. While the rich get richer, the poor become poorer. These feelings begin to swell. The middle class disappears and the lower class grows. Money becomes power. People lose track of what's right and wrong. Power means the ability to live, eat, and even kill. In class, we read Big Game by T.C. Boyle. This short story tells of a legal game ranch within a true capitalistic society. However, the ranch itself mirrors the society in which it lives. As society advanced many years ago, we were able to take control. We trained wolves into dogs to be our companions. Then we bred them into new, pure breeds. Now, what were once independent animals rely on us for protection. Soon that wasn't enough. We started controlling other humans. The upper class could buy and sell slaves. And a gap formed that still exists today between our upper, middle, and lower classes. Capitalism forces the poor to rely on the rich to make decisions that help the greater good. Boyle uses a game ranch as a metaphor for the upper and lower classes. The animals rely on their owners for food, water, and shelter, but mostly to keep them safe. The owner of the ranch doesn't realize one important thing, though, that he relies on the animals. He thinks he can replace them all if he needs to, but with no animals, he doesn't exactly have a job. Capitalism allows for the separation of classes: the upper class, who manage companies, and the lower class, who work for those companies. The lower class is what makes the world go round, though. They do the manual labor. The upper class doesn't want to, but when the upper class starts to take advantage of their prestige, the lower class is the one that suffers. Boyle's Big Game shows how an upper class can ignore and control the lower class as the ranch owner sells the lives of animals for the right price. This is a dangerous situation, though. The upper class taking advantage of the lower class starts to feel abandoned and rejected. The ones they relied on are forgetting their basic rights. Sweatshops and slave labor came from this blatant ignoring of human rights. And when the lower class realize they're the ones that give power to the upper, revolt happens. Governments like Egypt's can be overthrown, and soon a new order must be instilled, else everyone suffers. Anger, fear, and resentment lead to protest. Protest may lead to violence. Violence to show the world you're still in charge. You still have money. Violence leads to counter-violence and turmoil. State turmoil can lead to revolution. Revolution means the end to pure capitalism. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. John F. Kennedy. Boyle uses animals to represent the lower class to try and show their ignorance towards the strength they possess. The story ends with an elephant killing the ranch owner and a client. This symbolic elephant shows the power of the lower class. Once the story is over, the animals will most likely be taken somewhere else or die on the barren game ranch. The story shows the flaws in pure capitalism and the ignorance involved in it. Government influence is a necessary precaution to protecting the delicate balance of our nation and appealing to the greater good of all our people.